The IMDb text file to use for the lecture exercises. My hope is that they are published, but let me check to make sure we put those out there. It is possible that I forgot to put them there. They should be in lecture15 files.zip, I hope. Let me see.
Professor,
tomorrow... Yeah. Hold on just a second. The lecture exercise 5.zip or lecture exercise 15 files.zip has all of the data files you need. Yeah, go ahead. Something about tomorrow at 5:30?
Oh, yeah. I was wondering, is that like for like if we wanted to retake the exam, or is that just for people that couldn't take it?
It's just for people who were unable to take it because of an excused absence. If you were unable to take it and you think you have an excuse, but you haven't heard from Cheyenne, please contact her. We'll only give it to you if we have a valid excuse. I mean, we'll only count your grade if we find you have a valid excuse. But if you're still negotiating it with Student Success or whoever does that, please reach out to her and we'll see that you have the opportunity to at least take it, whether we count it or not. It'll depend upon
Gotcha.
whether you're valid or not. Okay.
Wait, when do the exam scores come out?
Well, it won't be before we get the before the makeup. Just because I don't like to release grades before we have the makeup done. Right now, the TAs are taking an extraordinary amount of time to grade it. I think it's because they're doing a very good and thorough job. But we had hoped to have them done tonight so that we could release them as soon as the test was over. But right now it's looking like maybe Monday we'll have the grades.
Okay, that was very scary, but thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Don't be scared by it. It's just a matter of they're actually. I don't know what they're doing. They're actually running most of them, just seeing what to see where things go wrong. So don't worry about it. Yeah.
For the homework, for the first part where they're asking you to parse through it, and they say first of all separate it by spaces, then separate it by take out all the numeric characters.
Yeah.
Can you do that in one step? They did it as two different functions, but I feel I can get it down to one function.
So what was the question? What two operations?
So I mean the directions tell you to first go through everything and compile a list with elements that are continuous, separated by any white space characters.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second part asks you to take all the symbols and numbers out. And I'm asking, do you want those as two different steps, or can I just do it as one step? Like, do I have to compile a list with the...
Well, you have to have a list.
Oh, yeah, I have the list right now. It's
Okay.
just like, I can shrink my code, and I'm wondering if that will deduct me any points.
No, that
It
shouldn't deduct you any points, but there's a really easy way to divide that up into a list of tokens, essentially, which is what you're doing.
Oh yeah, no, I already did it.
Okay, I'm just thinking.
I just have two functions to do it.
Oh yeah, you can do it.
Parts.
You can certainly do it in one function. I'm just trying to keep you from doing the word splitting using a for loop. There are better ways to do the word splitting than using a for loop.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
That's all. Bye. When I download, I only download the PDF. So if you look here, it's up, right? The Lecture 15 PDF is way down here, and the Lecture 15 files zip is up here. So I'm not sure. It's certainly the case that it's open and shared. It is a zip file, so you can't necessarily open it up. You'll have to. Okay, gotcha. Good. And it's our naming convention that's probably the issue, but that should do it. Any other questions?
Do you mind if I ask a question about homework 6?
As long as we don't have to show code.
Sure.
Otherwise,
okay.
we have to be alone.
Okay.
less,
So
less
I
public.
basically completed all of my code for homework 6, but when I put it through Submiti, it goes through the first test just fine, but then when it goes to the second test, I get an error that turns back and it says, let's see,
Kill signal received.
yes, it says kill signal and then program terminated.
Yeah, so that means it's taken too long. So that probably means you're doing something, you're serializing something that should be a set operation.
Okay, should I just maybe go through my code and see if I have any lists that I could turn into sets?
Uh, what did we actually give you? We gave you text from a couple of different. So one thing you could do is you could just download, download the list of words from WordPress, right from Lecture 1.
Hmm.
That's not going to work because that's going to be in binary. Although you could just, if you do that and then convert it to strings, if you remember that little thing we did at the front to convert. Anyway, just get a big pile of data and run your program and see where it starts going slow.
Okay.
That's going to be the easiest way. But what's your? I can't tell who you are.
Oh, Chloe Jepson?
You are Chloe Jackson. Okay, so or Jepson.
Yes.
Okay, so there you are. I can see the green microphone now. Let me just take a quick look. Maybe I can tell you what's going on.
Yeah, okay.
While I'm kind of pulling up, Chloe, is there any other questions that need to be looked at?
I think that's really it from me, but thank you.
Sure. Homework 6. Online in your remove stop words,
Mm-hmm.
which is the set and which is the
Sorry, I just closed my spider, so it might take.
well, there's an L1 and an NLP. Which one's the stop words and which one's the list?
Um, I believe that L1 is always the list.
Okay, so remember what I told you about going through a set?
Mm-hmm.
And if you do something like 4 word in a set, it's a
Yeah.
serialization operation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what you have is lines 31 and 32. 31 walks through every word in the set and asks if it's in the list. So that's a doubly nested loop. You want to do the opposite. You want to walk through the word in the list and ask if it's in the set. Because asking if it's in the set is a very fast operation. Asking if it's in the list has to walk through the entire list, even though it only looks like one line. So look at your lines 31 and 32, and see if you can swap those to make the ask be for the membership in the set, and the cycling through all of them be in the list. I don't know that that's what's going to do it for you, but I think that's what's going to do it for you.
Okay.
Okay, and the other thing that you can do is if you want to find out where your program is getting stuck, you know how I did that timing thing?
Yes.
You can put that in your code that you submit to Submittee, and you can do a printout of at various points. Every time you do a major function or something like that, print out on Submittee the start time minus the end, or the end time minus the start time. Okay.
Okay.
But put the flush equals true on it. Okay, and if you do that, it'll come out before your program gets killed, so you'll be able to see, the last one that you successfully completed. The next section is probably the bad section.
Okay.
Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And the flush, don't forget the flush equals true. Otherwise, it's not going to give you what you're looking for.
Great. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a good day.
Oh, thank you. Same to you.
Professor Turner, I'm having a problem with getting my homework 6 code to work properly.
Okay.
But the problem, I would have to show it to you because like I've gone through 3 TAs and they can't figure it out.
Okay. I've got a few more minutes. Hold on, just let me see if there's anybody else. Anybody else have questions?
Yes, I have a question real quick. It's about the test. Just if like we were to do like some semantic error, and I don't want to specific. Tell me if I'm going too much in depth, and I won't talk about it too much in depth. I'm not showing code or anything. But if I were to convert something to a string, and I was using replace, but I didn't like assign that to a string because I was assuming that it would automatically replace. Like if I said my string equal, I didn't say my string equals my string dot replace this.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, so I just said my string dot replace this with that, and then what would be the penalty there? Like I expect it to be very minimal, but when I was looking back through my code, I saw that I actually or accidentally did that. How much would the deduction be for that?
There'll be a deduction. I don't expect it to be exorbitant. I'm not. I'll have to look at what they deducted and then decide if it's fair, based on how often it is. So I don't know what the actual deduction is right now. I would expect it would be in the order of a couple of points.
Okay, that's great. I'm gonna leave then.
Okay.
Bye. Thank you.
I'm sorry, Professor. When did we know the test score? Next week or?
Yeah, my target was to have it ready tonight, so that we could post it as soon as we knew, and Professor Mushtaq and I had a chance to go over whether we needed any curve. But right now the TAs are not anywhere near done, and I'm not sure whether they're going to make the deadline we gave them. So it will be, it won't be any later than Monday, but it could be Monday.
Okay, thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you. Anybody else? If not, I'm going to kick everybody out except for Amani and take a look at her code. So speak now or forever. Hold your peace until Monday. All right. I'm going to push everybody out. The recording should be up later tonight. Thank you, Tyson. Have a good day yourself. The recording should be up. What I generally do is after I get off the phone with you guys, or off the phone, whatever I'm doing right now, once I'm done talking with you, I process the video and I upload it. Depending on how many distractions I have, it could take till 9 o'clock, but it's generally up tonight. It will definitely be up tomorrow. All right? Okay. Going once. Going twice. All right. All right, Amani, let me just turn off the recording and let me lock the room, and then we can get started.